So today we're going to be reviewing and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation. Now this just recently launched and it sounded right up our alley for mature skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, Dior just released a new Forever Hydra Nude Foundation and I couldn't wait to test it out on my 57-year-old skin. This is so brand new. I didn't even realize it launched. It's available exclusively, correct me if I'm wrong, through Ulta, and that's where I purchased it. It retails for $57. Ouch! But I used my Ulta points to purchase it. So we're gonna test it out, we're gonna do some check-ins and see if it's really worth that $57 price point. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So let's go ahead and pin the hair back. How are you guys doing? I'm doing fantastic. It was a very long, very cold week, but I've been testing out this new Forever Hydra Nude Foundation every single day so I can give you a really educated opinion. And be sure you watch till the end to see if it's really worth that price point and if it works on our mature skin. So I already took the liberty of applying primer. I went in with the L'Oreal Prime Lab 24-Hour Pore Minimizer. Now this includes 1% AHA, LHA, and BHA complex. Not only does it smooth the pores really, really well, but it does provide a very hydrating base. So what's the difference between the Hydra Nude Foundation and their Forever Skin Glow Foundation? Because I am a huge fan of this particular one. It also comes in a matte formula. I'm also very familiar. I did a review on the Skin Perfect foundation stick from Dior. This is absolutely fantastic during the warmer months, but now that it's winter time, this Hydra Nude Foundation sounded perfect because it is infused with skincare. It's infused with hyaluronic acid for 48-hour hydration. It delivers medium round-the-clock coverage with a flawless, invisible finish. Okay, I'm used to satin finish, natural finish, dewy, glowy, matte, but invisible. That just made me so befuddled. I don't know, but I picked up 1.5 neutral and 2 warm. Not too warm, but number 2 warm. It's 55% water-based formula with hyaluronic acid, 48 hours that hydrates, smooths, and plumps the skin, and 96 natural origin ingredients. Now, if you are new to my channel, I am 57 years old. I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, fine lines, redness, pores, texture, and right now my skin is just super dry. Right, so primer's on and I'm ready to swatch these. So let's go ahead and swatch 1.5 neutral. That's 1.5 neutral, 2W, 2 warm. I think I'm gonna go with 2 warm. It's matching a little bit better, as you can see, but in my opinion, it is slightly just a hair too deep, but I think we can make it work. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this on here. Why waste it, right? I like how it pumps out. It doesn't pump out too much product, so that's something to note. And it is kind of a thicker formula. So let's go ahead and warm it up on the back of the hand. I know I already have the swatches here, but that's okay. We will just go right over that, blend it through. Right off the bat, it feels thicker than a skin tint, but this is a true foundation. And with medium coverage, I'm excited to see what type of finish we're gonna get. Invisible finish, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. Then I'm gonna take my kabuki brush and stipple it in. You would think with the hyaluronic acid and the serum in this that it would be very runny and thin in consistency, but to me, it just feels like a regular foundation. And this is providing pretty good coverage, but this is what we're looking at. Now, let's go ahead and turn down the lights and see exactly how this looks. But this is what it looks like at 20%, and this is without. So yeah, it does provide really nice medium coverage. So let's go ahead and apply the rest to the left side. Now I did try using a sponge with application with the Hydra Nude and I really want the coverage. I'll be honest, it doesn't feel that hydrating. And it's supposed to hydrate for 48 hours. That is a long time. And taking my brush. And then I'm taking a little bit more and applying it to my hyperpigmentation just to see what type of coverage we get. and really stippling it in, pressing that foundation into the complexion. So this is both sides. I would say definitely medium coverage. It does take a little elbow grease to get it worked into the complexion so it lays smooth. Yeah, this is not bad coverage. I like it. Woo! All right, now that the foundation is on, I want to go ahead and apply a little bit of concealer. In today's concealer, we're going to use the Creal Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer. You know I've been really loving this concealer. I recently reviewed this a couple of months ago, and it's quickly becoming a favorite. You don't have to set it. You barely need to use any because it is a beautiful formula that's really going to hydrate that under eye area and literally set itself. So let's go ahead and tap this in. Concealer, foundation are on. I do have to say, working with the Hydra Nude foundation, you do have to work rather quickly. For some reason, it dries down super fast, and with all the hyaluronic acid, it seems like it would be a little more, I don't know, balmier, a little dewier, but you know, that's why we're here testing it out. Now that we have the concealer and foundation on, let's go ahead and bronze up the skin. And today I'm gonna go in with one of my all-time favorite drugstore bronzers. It's the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in Deserve Butta. I'm gonna take it on a brush just to add some more color to the complexion and see how it plays with the Hydra Nude. This is a great powder bronzer that's not going to dry out the complexion, and it really does smooth out the skin. I know I do like using dewier products and cream products during the winter time, but you know what? This is actually working very well with the Hydra Nude. Now for bronzer on the nose, I'm going to go with the cream bronzer, and this is the Morphe 2 Sun and Done Smooth Gliding Bronzer Stick. This is a brilliant product. I absolutely love it. Bronzing and contouring at the same time. Now for blush, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Dusty Rose. This is a beautiful, like an everyday shade that's very subtle. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. 1 dot. Well, 2 dots. Look how pretty that is. And it works really well with the foundation. It's not picking it up. It's just putting everything in place. This is so pretty. I love the combination of the blush as well as the bronzer. It's not moving the foundation around. Everything is sitting so smooth on the complexion. I have high hopes for this. Let's turn the lights down so we can see how everything is coming together. Now that the complexion is almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick eyeshadow look, and then we're gonna test out the new Urban Decay Face Bond Luminizer Soft Focus Highlighter. Okay, eyes are done. I just did a simple eyeshadow look using the Natasha Denona Mini Starlette palette. You know I love this warm tone palette. I think it's just beautiful, creating super easy everyday looks. I didn't do any glitter or shimmer today, and I really wanted the focus to be the complexion, but really enjoyed how this eyeshadow look turned out. The next product I wanted to share with you is from Urban Decay. It is brand new. It is their new Face Bond Luminizer. It's a soft focus highlighter that contains 3% niacinamide, and it's actually multi-purpose. This retails for $34 and it comes in 8 shades. I picked up the shade PCH, which is a brightening peach rose. Now, I typically don't wear a lot of highlighter because I feel it can accentuate or draw attention to our problem areas, but if it's gonna be smooth and not glittery or chunky, I think it's worth the try. So let's go ahead and check her out. I love the packaging, easy. And I love the nozzle because it's super easy to control how much you squeeze out. So I got a nice little fair amount there, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Doesn't look chunky, but let's see how it looks right up through here. I'm just gonna tap it right through there with my fingertips. This is definitely glowy. Oh, that's pretty. And look how nice that is going on. Subtle, but it's not like super chunky. It's really smooth. Look how, oh, this is so beautiful. And then a little bit on the nose, right through there, Cupid's bow. Now it says it's multi-purpose, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop some right under the brow for like a natural highlight. Oh, see how pretty that is? Oh my gosh. I love it. And the fact that it's waterproof and sweat proof, this looks beautiful. Look how subtle that glow is. And it goes beautifully with the e.l.f. Liquid Camo blush as well as the NYX bronzer. I'm gonna take a little bit more and I'm gonna get a brush, a tiny little highlighter brush, and pop it into the inner corner of the eye just to wake up that inner corner. It's not chunky, it's not glittery. It does provide a subtle sheen. I really, really, really like this. This is so cool. Now for lips, I'm just gonna go in with Old Faithful. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless lipstick. It's got that hydrating core right through there. And this is in the shade Elegant Nude. Super hydrating. Look how pretty that shade is, Elegant Nude. And it's like a lipstick, but since it has that hydrating core in the center, it really does feel soft and supple on my lips. It doesn't feel sticky, or you know how some lipsticks just kind of dry your lips out? This is absolutely beautiful. Love this color, Elegant Nude. I've always loved this shade, and I do have the lip liner in the Simply Ageless Lip Flip in Elegant Nude. However, I do need to get a new one because it is completely gone. So yeah, everything looks good. However, we're not gonna set the face today. Why, you must ask? Because in my experience with this particular Hydra Nude foundation from Dior, it really kind of sets itself, even though it doesn't claim that, even though it's supposed to be hydrating with the hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to be, you know, hydrating for 48 hours. For some reason, I don't know if this is good or bad. In my experience, when I try to set this foundation, it doesn't need to be set. I know that sounds crazy. It feels like it's already set, but I do want to go ahead and set my makeup without using a powder, but just going in with Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So everything can melt into place. Everything looks natural and subtle and glowy. I really love how the foundation is looking. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go out in natural daylight. We're gonna do some check-ins. We're gonna see how this wears throughout the day. I do have to run a bunch of errands today. I'm going to pick up Ava at her best friend's house, and we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping, but we are definitely gonna do some check-ins. I wanna see how this performs, how it looks in natural daylight, in studio lights, in bad light, because that is the true test of a good foundation. So let's go ahead and check and see how this looks in natural daylight. It's been about 3 hours since we first applied the Hydra Nude foundation. It is a rainy day. All the snow has melted, but we're bracing for a huge deep freeze. I think it's gonna get down into the teens. It's a very mild day for Tennessee. It's around 46 degrees, but it is raining. But I wanted you to see exactly what this looked like in natural daylight. Bear in mind, this has been 3 hours. Not much has changed. It still looks really, really good, very promising. So let's take a look at it up close and personal. So yeah, I will check back with you in a few. So some of you know that I was a ballet dancer when I was much younger. I retired at the age of 38, and my feet, dancer's feet, are still hurting. I used to love wearing high heels when I was much younger, but the older I got, the more I couldn't shove my feet into heels, even though I wanted desperately to be taller because I'm only 5 feet tall. So over the last 10 years, I've stopped wearing high heels just because they're so painful on my feet. I have huge bunions. After being a professional dancer for over 20 years, you can only imagine what my feet has gone through. However, this is so exciting. Cozy Island reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try their shoes. I love shoes, but for the last 10 years, all I've been wearing are comfortable shoes like sneakers, tennis shoes, whatever, just out of pure comfort. But imagine wearing a shoe that's stylish and yet comfortable. Is that even possible? Cozy Island is the answer. If you love style, if you love fashion, if you love high heels, Cozy Island is for you. They are an innovative shoe company that uses recycled plastic in all of their products. But the best part, inside the shoe, it is literal heaven. It provides padding and comfort, so when you wear their heels, it's completely comfortable. You don't have to sacrifice fashion or style for comfort. You can be comfortable in these heels. And I absolutely love my little cheetah print heels. They're so cute and so comfortable. And let's face it, the ankle boots from Cozy Island, so comfortable. Even though they're a high heel, I feel confident when I walk in them because on the inside, they're so well padded and they fit my bunions and they make my feet feel like I'm floating on air. Cozy Island shoes have a beautiful arch support as well as a heel support as well. So even though you're wearing high heels, your feet are gonna be so happy and comfortable in these stylish shoes. And they also have metatarsal support. Hello, where was Cozy Island when I was a professional dancer? But thanks again to Cozy Island for sponsoring this portion of the video. I will be stylish in 2025 and it's never too late to wear high heels at any age, especially with Cozy Island. So happy shopping, and don't forget to use my code if you want to get 15% off. You are going to love these shoes and you'll probably get more than one pair like I did. Now back to the video. Okay, so it's been over 5 hours since we first applied the Hydra Nude foundation from Dior, and I'm happy to say it is still looking really, really good. Surprisingly, I thought it would kind of feel drier throughout the day. However, it has been about 96% humidity here in Tennessee. Last week it was snow, this week it's rain. It's, you know, it's a toss up with the weather here. It is so crazy. I think this is the type of foundation, once it mixes with your natural oils, it's going to look better throughout the day, which, hey, that makes me happy because it has not faded, it hasn't oxidized, and even Ava said it was like a really good skin tone match. So maybe 2W is good for my skin tone, but yeah, I think it's performing great. Oh my gosh, this Urban Decay Face Bond Luminizer is so beautiful. It really is luminous without being too glittery or too harsh. It just looks like a really pretty glow. So if you've always wanted to, you know, get back into highlighter, this might be a really good alternative. This is really pretty. So yeah, only 5 hours in, it's looking super promising. If I had to complain about one thing, it did get a little cakey around through here, but I'm just nitpicking, and certainly at the cost of $57, I will be very nitpicky, but for all intents and purposes, this is looking so good. So let's go ahead and zoom in and see exactly how it's looking after 5 hours. Yeah, this is super promising. But yeah, we'll do one more check-in and then I will give you my final thoughts on how this new Hydra Nude foundation from Dior really is worth it. Or is it? I don't know. We'll find out. So stick around. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since... And we're back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the Dior Hydra Nude foundation. And I have to say, it has performed beautifully. It's not overly dewy or tacky or sticky when you first apply it, although you do have to work fast to blend it in. I was not prepared for that, but over the course of the last several days, I did notice that you do have to work quite quickly to blend it onto the complexion. Once it's on, however, it does seem to have, at least on my skin, this magical ability to set itself, and that's why I haven't powdered it. Now, do you need this Hydra Nude foundation if you already have the Glow foundation or the matte foundation from Dior? I say no. If you like that formula, I say stick with it. If you're new to the Dior products and you're looking for something that's hydrating, that gives you medium coverage, that's gonna really last throughout the day and look better, then I say give it a try. I really like it, but you know, I test out so many different types of foundations and I will continue to play with it because it is beautiful. It does provide a nice medium coverage. As far as the finish is concerned, that invisible finish, I think it's just a natural finish. It does really play well with cream products and powder products. And wow, super impressed with the Urban Decay Face Luminizer. This is beautiful if you're looking for a luminizer or a highlighter that doesn't add any texture to your complexion. It is supposed to be all-purpose or multi-purpose, so we used it through here, We used it on the eyes. You can use it on your body to have that glow. This would be super ideal for the summertime if you want to give your shoulder blades or your shoulders that nice golden hour sheen or luminosity. This is beautiful. I really like it. So what do you think, guys? Are you thinking about picking up this foundation from Dior, the new Hydra Nude? Let me know down in the comments. Right now it's exclusively sold through Ulta, and like I said, I purchased it with my Ulta points. So I figured, you know, points well spent. But yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.